for May 31st, 2016 of the Nuys Neighborhood Council. We are missing at the moment the Vice President and the Secretary and the Treasurer, so I'm going to appoint some board members to fill out the quorum here at the table so we can go forward with that. Mr. Ackerman is on his way, so when Mr. Ackerman comes, he can join the proceedings. In the meantime, I'm going to appoint Mr. Camera.
Okay.
And Mr. Lynn over there.
Nope.
And Mr. Hendry.
Okay.
Come on down. So that'll give us 4 people.
Okay. I guess I'll be the VP because I'm right next to it.
Okay. Be my guest. And
I'd be
when
VP.
this- Well, when Mr. Ackerman gets here, then
I'll
he can
move.
be the VP.
Do
Since
whatever.
that's,
Okay.
okay. All right,
We
so
should say the pledge when we
that's the first order, is the call to order in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America. Mr. Tomorrow.
Thank you. Please take off your hats, put your right hand over your heart, and repeat after me. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Extra copy of the agenda? Anybody?
Anybody have any?
I didn't do anything with agendas. I always make copies, but today I didn't.
I don't know if we're gonna get it or not, so.
No?
I'm not worried.
Is there an extra copy of the agenda anywhere? No?
I didn't.
Okay. First of all, comments from the chair. This is my first executive committee meeting, so I hope I do well. Welcome, thanks everybody who came. Let me see, times, okay, we get through all that. Does anyone have any public comments? Mr. Hop?
Ladies first.
Oh.
No, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't see you, Rebecca, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Please go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
I sent an email regarding extending the Legislative Advisory Committee, if you could put that on
Yeah.
the agenda.
Yes, I did get that, and I
Sorry, yeah.
did make a note of that someplace.
Okay.
Where's that? Okay, wait a minute. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Anything else?
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. All right, so that'll be the first thing on the new business. I'm extending, Mr. Della Cuesta, I'll have to send you, do you have extra, copies of the agenda, by the way?
No, I don't.
All right, I'm gonna have to, communicate to you what these new items are to put on the agenda. for the
Okay,
general
sure,
meeting.
and also I sent you an email, as additional, item to the general meeting.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned you last at the government bylaws.
Yeah, yeah, oh,
Yeah, here's a copy of
this
it.
is ringing a bell. Oh, that's a copy of it, okay.
Yeah,
Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna do it in order. Can you do me one more favor about that?
me?
Yeah. Alright, on this thing here, we need these 3 corrections.
Okay,
Rather than Jeffrey and Jeff, she's the secretary, or he's the secretary.
oh, Jeremy?
Yeah, and that's treasurer.
Okay,
So you want that?
sure.
Save emailing.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Any other public comments? Ms. Hill?
Yes. Hi. So my name is Rabina Sewell, and I'm with California Safe Schools, a children's environmental health organization located here in Van Nuys for more than 18 years. I have talked to the full committee and Van Nuys Neighborhood Council about, several weeks ago at the meeting regarding a request to be considered for $3,200 for 4 schools, and specifically the schools were Sylvan Park Elementary, Van Nuys Elementary, Kester Elementary, and Van Nuys Middle School, that would assist them in being able to celebrate the 100th year anniversary of the national parks by being able to go on field trips. Many of these Title I schools, sadly, do not have funds for field trips, and many of the children have not had an opportunity to really visit a national park. So that's the request. I just wanted to make that formal request, if I may.
Okay, wasn't this already voted on?
I was asked by Stacy Rains to come and do a presentation again because it was not voted on.
Oh, all right, so we have to put it back on the agenda.
Right, and
All
for
right.
the full board again to
All right, so
vote.
$3,200 for, is it 4 schools?
Yes,
And was paperwork submitted?
yes, everything was submitted previously, all the 501c3 information, all the city tax information,
All right,
everything.
so, and what schools were those?
The schools again were Sylvan Park Elementary, Van Nuys Elementary, Kester Elementary, and Van Nuys Middle School. They're all Title I schools.
All right, that will go on the agenda.
And if I may add just one other moment, Stacy Rains was gracious enough and came and was one of the judges for Bassett Elementary for the science fair. And I'm more than happy to blow up these photos. It was so successful. There were hundreds. More than 400 people came, more than 150 science projects that were submitted from grade school kids. And we had people from Supervisor Kuehl, Assemblyman Nazarian's office, and the Department of Toxic Substances Control, and they all came, and Stacy, of course, was there as well. So thank you for the success.
No, you're welcome. Glad to hear it all worked out well.
Yeah, thank you.
Rowena, if you wanna send.
Any other
photos.
public comment?
Yeah, I work and I'm a parent at Lashone Academy Hebrew Charter School. It's a new charter school in Van Nuys. And, part of my job is to recruit. So we're organizing a meet and greet orientation on June 9th. And, I was actually looking for any leads as far as, community leaders to connect with, to invite them, because we want to bring awareness to the charter school.
Okay, where is that school?
It's on Kester, it's 7477 Kester Avenue in Van Nuys. And we're happy.
Cut your name?
My name's Miriam Menken. Hi.
Hi.
And,
Okay, and that's on June 9th at what time?
at 8 p.m. It's a week from Thursday. I've contacted Brad Sherman's office and Bob Hertzberg's office.
Right. And so you want, what, someone to just
We
come
want to
over?
bring awareness first, and we're sharing a campus with Fulton Middle School. So the founder's vision is to eventually grow into through high school, and right now we have 180 kids, and we need more third graders, and we're gonna have hopefully a satellite campus for a few more classes next year, but basically, we want like the community to know about our school, and so I've invited a bunch of preschool directors, Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, but I would love like the city to somehow be involved so that it can be more publicly recognized.
Okay, well, I'll be happy to come over.
Great.
And Stacy should come too.
Stacy should come too.
She's the education chair.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want. We just want to bring awareness to the school and go from there. Right now it's a meet and greet
Yeah. Where is that, Kester and what?
between Sherman Way and Satacoy. I can give you a flyer of the school, and then I'm happy to email you an invitation for the actual event.
Okay.
Want a flyer?
Yeah, sure.
So this is the school. And then,
You should probably loop in Camby also. I mean, he's obviously not on the board any longer, but he is devoutly religious, and in fact, he even has a shul in his building. So, you know,
It does?
yeah.
my contact's not on there, so
Oh.
do you,
Put it on there?
Also Howard.
Hmm?
Charles Loop and Tony Cardenas is over for that.
Yeah. Kenny LaSalle.
40–50% Spanish-speaking kids, and then we teach Hebrew 1 hour a day, so it's a dual language school, but it's not religious at all. And they teach about Israel, and then a real high level of focus on academics. There's nothing else like it.
There's a building on Friar Street at 14055 Friar, and the gentleman who owns the building's name is CAMBIZ, MERABI.
So
I would, if I were you, I would go over there. First of all, he owns a lot of property here in Van Nuys. He's very politically active, and
can you
sure,
write down his
sure,
name and
sure.
contact, or
Sure.
however I can connect with him? If you, email me, text me, whatever, I'll gladly send you an invitation for the
Okay.
it's June 9th at 8 p.m.
All right.
Thursday, a week from Thursday. And then it's an opportunity for everyone there to also speak, introduce themselves and talk about their organizations, and how it'd be interesting to hear about, the neighborhood council.
There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, for new business, does anybody else have any comments, or Howard, did you have things you wanted on here?
Yes, definitely. Do you have down here to fill the 2 board vacancies?
Well, you see item J?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's gonna happen is that my understanding from the bylaw meeting on Sunday is there's gonna be a procedure set forth that we're gonna adopt as to how to fill those 2 openings. And then once that's adopted, we'll go forward from there. Does that answer your question, or not?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the plan is that, according to the current bylaws, you should be filling those seats.
Well.
I mean, if there are people that want to run for those seats.
Well, right, but.
Well, we are filling the seats. I mean,
Yes,
what's-
we
all
are
it's-
doing that.
All that's going on is, rather than, well, I don't want to characterize the old method, I'll just say what was agreed to at the bylaw meeting that the bylaw committee is gonna recommend, which basically is, that the standing rules are going to be amended so that, my understanding is it goes in the standing rules, so that at the June meeting, we're basically going to announce that there's these 2 vacancies and that anyone who is interested should apply, et cetera, and then at the July meeting, anybody who wants to run for it will show up and we'll vote them in, and that's it. As opposed to my characterization, we have a meeting, there's 2 vacancies, and George would go, oh, I've seen you a couple times, why don't you do it? I thought
Right.
it would be, especially since they're nonprofit seats, I thought it would be better if we would advertise it to the nonprofit world and say, does anybody wanna do this? And then they'll have until the July meeting to show up, and that's it, and we'll vote for it.
Also, I've begun outreach to the nonprofits. I haven't had much luck, but I'm trying to reach out to more. So, I'm already working on this issue as well. And as a member of the bylaws committee, I have also an obligation, possibly more of an obligation to do so as well.
Okay.
See this.
Anyway,
see-
so-
Yeah, there are people that want to run now and who are eligible and who want to fill those seats.
I'm not familiar with who those people would be, unfortunately. I don't know if they haven't announced themselves.
Well, anyway, all the bylaw committee was trying to do was just make it more open and give
Right.
everyone notice and an opportunity to run, and that's it. So, obviously, the people who've already expressed an interest can run in July, just as well as they can run in June. And this way it'll give other people out there in the world an opportunity to run if they want to run.
Okay.
So that's the idea behind it. I'm sorry.
No, I just always wish that in situations like this, then, that people would show up next week and say they wanted to run, and give us some, to just think about what they said, and other members who may come up in the next month can come up, other candidates.
All right, I mean, the idea was to have everybody who wants to run speak at the same meeting, I
Well,
guess.
okay, if they could
Yeah.
speak twice.
Seems to be a little complicated, actually.
Anyway, that's the intent, and that's Mr. Renan's committee, so I guess Mr.
Right.
Renan will
Okay.
describe whatever the recommendation is out of that committee. But the point of it all is, we haven't forgot about the 2 openings. We're very well aware of it, and we need to fill the 2 openings.
Okay.
So it's just a question of the process for filling the 2 openings.
Okay, and then you have to also include, to approve the MERs, which are the accounting registrations to done for December through now. So that would be December, January, February, March, April, and May. All of them will have to be voted on separately. The MERs will be submitted by Stacy at the meeting.
Okay.
And once again, Kathleen Quinn has stated in an email that she has frozen the neighborhood council's funds
Because of that.
because of that.
Okay, so that would be to approve the MERs from December through May, to be submitted by Stacy, to be voted on separately.
Right. Now, we also have to, in a separate situation, should we vote on that first? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose we have to vote on that first.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, there's more, but I mean, you have to take each one of them and vote on them separately.
So each one's a separate agenda item?
Yeah, it has to be, because each MER stands on its own.
Okay. All right.
So you want to vote, the executive board to vote to...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. All right, so that would be to put on the general agenda to approve the MERs from December, January, February, March, April, and May as separate items to be submitted by Ms. Raines as the treasurer, and then we'll vote on those separately and hopefully approve them. Is there any discussion of that, or we discussed it? Anybody second that?
Second?
All right, call for the vote. Who's taking the votes? Mr. Henry, you can take the votes for old time's sake.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay.
All right, secondly, there is $10,000 still in the budget that is allocated towards community improvement, and that budget will have to be amended for this year, and a new budget will have to be created for the 2016-2017 budget. So firstly, amend the budget to remove the $10,000 community improvement funds and reallocate them into whatever, outreach.
And reallocate them.
Either that or you're giving $10,000 back to the city
Right.
of Los Angeles.
So we have to reallocate them to something, right?
Immediately.
Immediately, so what should we reallocate them to, so we're not,
Probably to outreach.
all right, to outreach,
That way they can be spent.
okay? All right, so that item is to amend the budget to remove the $10,000 community improvement funds from the present budget and reallocate them to outreach.
Do you hear a second?
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, and then finally, Mr. Hopp's, lit committee.
Right. All right, which I actually had that written down. So,
Sorry, Jens. Yeah, sure.
okay, so that would be, to quote Mr. Hopp,
What's that?
Good job.
hello, our vice president has joined us.
Sorry.
Finally.
Spent a little too much time talking to my grandmother. I apologize. It was the God's honest truth.
We believe you. So, this item would be a vote to extend the Legislative Advisory Committee, otherwise known as the LIT Committee, to extend its expiration date to January 30, 2017, per the Sunset Clause and the Brown Act. Do I have a second?
Second.
And the vote.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
What agenda item is this?
Well, it's not on the current agenda.
Okay,
It's a new agenda
There
item.
was
Okay,
a request
all right.
from the email.
All right.
and then do you have George's wording? What we talked about at the meeting to create a new standing actually an ad hoc committee, a temporary ad hoc committee until it can be added as a standing committee. And it would be for, I didn't bring the paperwork, I was hoping that you had copied it down at the meeting.
What's the committee concerning?
Jason, you were there, did you?
Howard? Sorry.
It's basically, it's dealing with,
Community impact statements? No.
no, it really deals with situations within the city, prostitution, sex trafficking, you know, various situations that impact the city of Van Nuys.
Well, that sounds like something that should go under what we have rebranded the Public Health and Safety Committee.
Well, it's more far-reaching than that, because it's dealing with a lot of legal issues.
There's a bit of overlap with it though.
I'm confused. What is this?
Well, George sent you the email today, I saw it,
Oh,
with
Somebody got a
with
copy of
a whole series of wording in there.
Oh.
I did not bring it.
can you get up?
I'm trying.
All right, hang on.
We are booting.
No wonder I don't know what you're talking about.
But he did talk about it at the meeting.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
he
why I'm
gave you-
puzzled, because I have the notes of that meeting, and I'm trying to figure out which one that was. I don't know, I don't have anything in my notes that looks like that.
I thought that was something that the council office took up, that sex trafficking seminars.
This has nothing to do with the council office. This is a Van Nuys Neighborhood Council situation.
I'm not seeing anything from George in my email.
Should we perhaps table this until we can clear things up?
Well,
Well, what do we do, unless you know the language you want here?
I don't have the language. I mean, it wasn't, it was CC'd to me, but it was sent to you.
Can you pull it up on your email?
I don't have email here.
Okay.
That might be, I hate to repeat myself, that might be the best considering.
Yeah, maybe
Well, yeah, but if it goes unrecognized, then you've got a violation. Because the email was sent requesting an ad hoc committee, and if it's ignored, then you've ignored the request.
I understand that, but it seems to be having trouble finding the request. It's so
We'll
late.
find it, don't worry about it.
While you're looking this up, can I make a public comment?
Well, public comment is over.